Money, make muscles, learn game. If you're listening to me, you're a hot dude. The hot dude life is not about your physical appearance. The hot dude life is a mentality. The Hot Dude Army is a global network, and the Hot Dude Army is everywhere. Decrease your judgment of others and increase the judgment of yourself. So you belong to the streets, huh?
100%.
It starts with learning dating, and then you move on to something to push humanity forward. That is the philosophy of modern life dating.
This is a textbook example of really good game.
Boom, baby, we are live. Welcome to Interview with Man, episode 508. Modern women are depressed, and a study shows. Welcome to Interview with Man here on Modern Life Dating YouTube channel, where it is Modern Women March. We're going to be talking about modern women the whole month of March, and what a basket of joy and prescription drugs they are. Real quick, going to do a little bit of housekeeping. Got a lot of things to talk about. So, first things first, I am having a free event, okay? Free event. Hot Dude Con is coming to Frankfurt, Germany. That's right. For all you Eurofags, I'm coming out there, and we are going to have a good old time. Get the croissants and coffee ready. Just joking. You guys know I'm just joking. Modern Life Dating is coming there. So here's a breakdown, okay? Frankfurt, Germany, May 17th, okay? We have started a Telegram chat. DM me on Instagram, Hot Dude Life. We are going to have a 2-hour meetup. So here's the deal. This is how it's going to go down, okay? I have a 5-hour and 25-minute layover in Frankfurt, Germany. So what I am going to do is I am going to get through customs, get out into Germany. Abu American will be picking me up at the airport. And then from there, we will be heading to the hangout location. I'm going to hang out with you guys for 2 hours. So it's a free meetup. Pick my brain. Let's hang out. If you guys want to drink and stuff, I mean, I don't drink often, but I'll have a good old time. I'll do whatever you guys want to do. Bring the hashish if it's legal. But we're going to have a good time. Hot Dude Con Europe. And I just want, because I've been promising a Europe meetup. I have been thinking, and I really want to do a London meetup this year now that the restrictions are completely gone. So we'll think about that, but there's no guarantee. I am on the way to the CME, where I'll be speaking in Miami, Florida, through May 19th through the 22nd, where we will also be having a Hot Dude Con in Miami. It most likely will be free of charge. I just got to see how it'll fit in with the time and everything, okay? Anyways, back to Hot Dude Con Germany. May 17th, it is going down. So come on down, meet me. I want to meet you guys. Please bring me some German memorabilia. Anything is A-okay. I'm a big World War II fan, so anything from World War II, if you want to bring me anything like that, or if you just want to hang out, you don't have to bring me anything. I want to clearly stress that. You don't have to bring me anything. It is my first time to Germany. and I think it's going to be pretty cool to see everything. So, that being said, send me DM, Hot Dude Life. It is gonna be lit. Also, real quick, another announcement. So, starting May 1st, my consultation rates are going up. So, take a look here. The consultation rate is going to be going up. The current price is listed here, and the new price is listed here. The demand for me and my services is going up. This brand is growing, and it is growing at a pretty, despite me being upset that it's not growing as fast as I want it to, it is growing. And these prices are starting May 1st. So if you are interested, go to modernlifedating.com/coaching to get your consultation today. I'll put the link in the chat right there. People are already booking. The chat that we have can be focused on whatever you want to talk about: money, muscles, game, frame, crypto, entrepreneurship, sex life. I will say this: some of you guys book a 20-minute consult and you expect me to change your entire life, and your dating problems and everything. It really doesn't work out like that. So take a quick look here as what you can get in a coaching. Thanks for watching today's episode of Interview with a Man. We're going to get right back to the show, but I wanted to take a quick second to tell you about my one-on-one coaching service. If you need help making money, making muscles, or learning game, let me help you. By booking a one-on-one call with me today, you can answer your questions in a timely manner. All you need to do is go to modernlifedating.com/coaching, and we can have a conversation to come up with a plan to fix your problems. modernlifedating.com/coaching. How's everybody doing today? It is Thursday, and we are okay. I have recovered, and from the earthquake trauma. A lot of you guys were worried about Happy. Happy is A-okay. She is living the dream. You know, it was pretty scary. I think 4 people died, but the people that did die, what happened was that he was actually just terrified from the hurricane. Or excuse me, not hurricane, the earthquake. That's Florida man in me. He was terrified in it, and he had a heart attack. So yeah. But yeah, Happy's doing great. But yeah, it was pretty wild. You could see it yesterday on the Tokyo Crypto Show. Did you guys see it yesterday on the Tokyo Crypto Show? Here, I might as well play it for you. You can see. It was hilarious. You could see me in my true masculine frame, keeping all of the parties involved calmed and collected. Here, you want to see? It was pretty funny. Take a look. So this is it yesterday here. Okay, let's see. On my phone. I was the first one to notice it. Is that?
At the end of the day, it's about,
right here.
Trying to.
You can say, is that? I noticed it. Then Charlie notices after I pointed it out. Take a look.
For the people that I care about, and
is that?
At the end of the day, it's about trying to move up, right? Because I just.
You feel that? It's earthquake.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. My lights are kind of moving a little bit.
We're shaking up here on the 19th floor.
Whoa. I can see your don't quit. I'm shaking a little bit.
Yeah. We're okay. No.
We're all gonna die. It's going to 0.
Yeah, that always. I still don't get used to that. Right?
Yeah.
I still don't get used to that. So the reports came in. It was actually 2 earthquakes. The first earthquake was a 6.9. Located in the northern prefecture of Fukushima, where they had the large earthquake on March 11th, 2011, that caused the radioactive reactor to get messed up and cause all like the nuclear problems and the flooding of the waters and everything, tons and tons of people dying. So it actually happened there. This, what you witnessed there, is the first one, which is the weaker of the two. I thought I was like, oh shit, maybe I'm getting lightheaded or something. No, that's an earthquake.
Yeah, I noticed your eyes kind of got big there for a second.
Yeah, no, I was like, wait a minute. Are these the years of my college drug use coming back? That was creepy. That's never fun. Oh man.
Yeah, but anyways.
So then a couple.
Yeah.
Here we go. God damn. For TC going crashing RIP.
Too bad it's
man.
almost at $41,000.
Oh yeah. Talking about they froze some of
Was any website right
comes
that
back
would
like
ask
right
you to
here.
donate Bitcoin?
okay.
No.
Oh shit, yeah, that's huge. It's okay, it's okay. Look at Charlie. I think Charlie's camera is the funniest because he starts bouncing around and shaking all over the place. Come here, it's okay. Come
Yeah,
here, you all right? You're okay.
It's actually
Come.
big.
This is actually pretty big. It's
Damn.
okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, they usually only last about 30
Oh,
seconds.
this one's
It
getting
goes-
bigger.
Damn.
Oh shit. That's when it starts to hit Charlie. He starts like, should I get up? Should I leave?
That's pretty rough.
That's
Damn,
pretty
son.
big. Oh fuck.
Shit.
Hold on.
Yeah, maybe I should. Yeah.
Hold on.
Whoa.
It's okay. Come here. Happy, come on, chill out. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. Shh.
Dude, this is so crazy live. Like, what the fuck is going on right now?
It's okay.
Well, we're in Japan. That's
Well,
for
of
sure.
course.
Oh man, yikes, dude. Yikes. So yeah, that was pretty crazy, not gonna lie. Was not fun, never fun when that happens. Also, in the most important turn of events we have here. Has anybody seen this? This is in Ukraine. Shout out to Sam Proshansky. If he is in the house, he's our leading conspiracy theorist expert. Take a look at this. This is in Ukraine. Take a look here. So these are supposedly bodies in Ukraine, but there's just one small problem here. So yeah, I'm gonna turn off the music for copyright purposes, but take a look at that one more time. That is supposedly dead man smoking a cigarette. So yeah. Like we said yesterday on the Tokyo Crypto Show, in my opinion, it seems like the global narrative control is falling apart. Kind of just interesting to see the wool being taken away from the public eyes. Now, I do believe the majority of people are still asleep, but I'm doing my part here, and I hope you guys do your part by just continuing to spread this information, because it's very, very suspicious, to say the least. Probably nothing, right? Probably I'm just a racist Trump supporter, right? Racist, sexist, misogynist. What are the taglines? Cisgendered, right? Yeah. So anyways, pretty weird to say the least, eh? But anyways, yeah, Deb C says Zeleninsky is an actor pretending to be a politician. Then again, what's the difference, right? Because he was an actor and comedian before he got installed into the puppet regime. I mean, the presidency of Ukraine by the United States government. But yeah, anyways, what do I know, right? I wear blue blockers at night. Anyways, so today we're going to talk about the proof of how modern women are like scientifically miserable. And I want to start off with a clip from a modern woman located on our greatest website to see it all live, TikTok. Here we go.
Guess who's off their medication? Honestly, I feel great. I've never been better. Guess who's off their medication? Honestly, I feel great. I've never been better.
So that is a voice recording or whatever that she is just mouthing over. However, the filth that she's living in is real. So once again, I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to get Offie Kingdom on the show. I sent him a message, but you know, these girls put on a massive fake personality to the world. They pretend they're happy. They pretend they're smart. They pretend they have it together. They pretend they're not miserable. They pretend they're not so desperate for a boyfriend and all they want to do is be loved, right? They pretend and pretend and pretend. But these chicks go home. Their lives are a mess. They are a mess. They cry themselves to sleep sometimes. They use drugs. They use alcohol. They use quick dick from dating apps and hookups and whatever to numb the pain that is their modern woman existence. This is the majority of women, gentlemen. This is the majority of women. So this is a woman so I see somebody says, I bet she's pretty fun when she's off her meds. Eric said that. So Eric, you got to pay attention. This is not her voice. This is a voiceover from a saved audio recording file embedded into TikTok. Okay, that's how TikTok works. You can select from a database. Okay, the original sounds a Hope Schwing. Okay, right here. However, this girl's home is not anything fake. This is 100% real. Take a look at this. Okay. Look at this trash bag. Can we just talk about this for a minute? Toilet paper on the floor, okay? Not even on the little toilet paper holder. Toilet paper on the floor. Scale. Bunch of clothes there on the floor.
Guess
Makeup.
who's off their medication?
Bunch of makeup remover. Target bag. Bunch of just stuff. Brush on the floor. Toilet paper roll on the floor. Used Q-tip. Tons of hair. Look, fake hairs on the floor. Looks like some kind of hair extensions. Curling iron. You know. Look at this. Look at this. You could.
Honestly, I feel great.
What is this? Dirty fucking cups here on her.
Honestly, I feel.
Her dresser.
Honestly, I feel great.
Is that Sonic? That is Sonic. Sonic stuff on her.
I've never been better. Guess who's off their medication? Honestly, I feel great.
Let's see what else. I didn't check this out. Let's see what else she has on her. Oh, look at that. Shocker alert. Men Ain't Shit, Part 1, with her tits out. 5,500. And that's pretty much the only reason she got clicks, because her tits are out, her small tits. Men Ain't Shit, Part 2 and Part 3. This is hilarious. I didn't even know that this was I didn't even check this. Allie sent this to me. When a 6'4" man with neck tattoos tell you to shut the fuck up. Oh, Lord.
Listen, here is a story of how men ain't shit. And this is only orange juice. Okay, so, oh my jeez. Okay, that's better. Okay, so this guy invited me to go to his friend's birthday dinner, right? I say yes. I'm out of town for a birthday dinner on Friday. His friend's birthday dinner is on Saturday. I come back into town. I go to Houston for my friend's birthday. Come back to San Antonio, where we live, for his friend's birthday. His friend's birthday dinner is supposed to be at 8 p.m., okay? I go out, go shopping, find a new dress, you know, I'm gonna meet his friends. So I think. Let me tell you. This man calls me at 7 p.m. The dinner's at 8. As soon as I answer his phone call that he called me from, he immediately says, hey, we're singing happy birthday, let me call you back. Sir, you're already there? Okay. So 8 p.m. comes by. I call him. He doesn't answer. I'm not gonna text you. I don't give a fuck, bro. I got so many men on this roster. I don't really care.
Yeah, you don't really care. That's why you made a TikTok about it. Got it.
So, whatever. I go out. Skip to today. This man calls me just now, 5 minutes ago. You know what his motherfucking excuse is? He says, sorry, I fell asleep. I got really sick last night. You think I'm 28 years old, okay? You think I went...
Dang, 28 years old. Whew. Nothing but down from here.
Went 28 years of my life thinking that, hey, I fell asleep lie is a truther? No. No. So I said, man, quit lying. Tell me what the happened. Cause whatever. He's like, no, for real. I fell asleep. Bro, you're calling me. It's 11 p.m. over here. No, it's 12:30. And you're calling me. You could have texted me in the morning. Oh, sorry, I fell asleep. No. Yo, I was drinking and you want to see where the I'm at. No, baby boy. Anyways, the point of the story is I was going to ghost him when my star player came back from India, which he's flying back right now. And he beat me to the fucking punch by trying to ghost me first. So that's what I'm really fucking mad about. Always keep a full roster. That's all I gotta say. Listen.
Yep. Keep a full roster so you can get pumped and dumped by multiple men. Got it. Oh, man. This is why I'm telling you guys, don't put him on a pedestal. Don't put him on a pedestal. Oh, Lord, what is this?
Everybody with family. Goddamn hell no. He don't like family. Oh, it tastes so good. Right my
Eddie, stop, man. He's like freelance for that shit. He's like, bah.
Yikes, bro. Oh, man, that is just hilarious. I've been taken away. I've just been in, oh man, this is 150,000 here. Hilarious, dude. Do I dare? COVID nurse?
I'm going to show y'all how nurses do the rapid COVID test. So we have these 2 COVID tests.
Oh my God, and she's a TikTok nurse. It's just... Oh, man. Yeah, man. Oh, my God. People in the chat saying, proud hoe, good job ghosting.
They look like pregnancy tests. It's so weird. So I start off by opening it. So I have it prepared. Look. For when I come back. So I'm going to do 2 tests right now. I get these swabs. I mix it up. Solutions.
Please have videos of yourself dancing. Please, 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 please have videos of you dancing on the clock. Oh, look at that. She hates Trump. Wow, so original. So original. Yikes, bro. It's just yikes.net. You can also see how crazy someone is by going to their liked videos. Oh, she has them on private. IG, Jamie Conwell. Let's see what you're all about, Jamie. Let's see. Oh, my God. You see, and look, the reason I'm telling you guys this is not to shit on this girl, okay? It's just for you guys to really see past the facade that the majority of women put on, okay? Dude, these girls put their best faces on for Instagram, for everything, but they go home and they cry themselves to sleep at night. They're in debt. They're overweight. They're obese. They're riddled with sexually transmitted diseases. They have 1, 2, 3 abortions, okay? These girls are a mess. Look at this. Look at all her friends as well. All giving the middle finger. Except for this chick. Just hilarious. Oh, and are they copying fucking sluts? I feel like these girls are popular. Celebrities. Just hilarious. Just truly, truly, truly hilarious. Jogger scrub pants. There she is eating her buffalo wing pretzel chips, chicken salad dip. Favorite lazy girl meal prep. Oh, man. That is funny. Oh, look at the group chat. Jesus Christ. Group chat, bad bitches. All single, all miserable. all ridden with STDs. Oh, man. She is 28. She does not look 28. She is, oh, Lord. So 5 a.m. kickboxing followed by donuts. Just, oh, yeah. This is the diary of a single girl. Look at her. That is pretty depressing. If you are posting a picture of yourself alone at Disney World. I took the love of my life, me, to Disney World for my Valentine's Day gift. You can't wait until life isn't hard to be happy. Oh, man. Oh, man, that's just fucking depressing. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, man. Single women pretending to be happy on Instagram is seriously one of the funnest things for me to look at. Just because I know they are truly miserable. And they just won't accept the fact that they may have done something wrong and they need some help to get better. She has lost some weight. She was pretty fat. Look at her. She was actually pretty big in 2019. So she is losing weight. Good for her. But Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, man. Good Lord. Nigel Cardoso says she looks 32. She does look older. Oh, man. So that is just one. I wasn't planning to deep dive on her Instagram and on her TikTok, but I just decided to check it out for the hell of it. How's everybody doing in the chat? We all we're still off. Nobody's talking you off the ledge. We're okay. Good Lord in heaven, man. What the heck? It's just hi vey, mate. It is yikes. Yikes. All right. So of course, if you're a man, put a 1 in the chat and get ready to take responsibility for women failures today here on Modern Women March, where we're going to talk about women are depressed, okay? And we're going to talk about why women are depressed. And it's your fault as a man because that's what the mainstream media says. Yeah. See a bunch of 1s popping into the chat. Thank you so much. SimpTYM says, really enjoyed your Femme Sapien interview. Yeah, this Femme Sapien interview actually has over 7,000 views. I think she's a real breath of fresh air. Allie is very smart and useful as a fellow content creator to use as a resource. She actually provided some studies for me today that we'll be citing here on the show. So I want to show you guys a couple articles I have here, and I want to show you the truth. So I want to show you the lies and the manipulation. Then I want to show you the truth, so you can be more aware at home to the manipulation that is the propaganda machine coming out of the Western world. Let me just pull up the studies, and here we go. Oh, am I missing? Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so let's start with the easier one first. This one's a little bit shorter. Okay, so the article is a little bit old. It is 5 years old. But this is from May 2016. Just going to show you what's going on. Gains in women's rights haven't made women happier. Why is that? Since the 70s, women in the U.S. and Europe have reported feeling less satisfied with their lives. Okay, so yeah, Mark M is a first-time viewer, and he says, first time here, I'm a 46-year-old single successful man. Thank you for watching, Mark. Welcome to the Hot Dude Army, big guy. I'm friends with many single women who are teachers and nurses, and they are all miserable. This guy is not hating, but telling the truth. Dude, I'm not hating at all. Bro, I love women. Women are the best thing on this planet, okay? I have a woman in my life now that I fucking love her fucking more than life itself. I am happy. I am happy as shit. I love women. What I don't love is my fellow men being tricked, manipulated, and lied to by the mainstream media and other miserable women that are trying to portray this false reality on men in order to manipulate them and to take resources and time and energy from these men. Because there's a lot of men who have been conned by women who have been liars, cheaters, manipulators, who were pretending to be one thing and really were something completely else, only to take free attention, free money, free resources, time, whatever from a man, okay? I have been used by women plenty of times, okay? I remember one time I was on a date with a girl in Hawaii, a white girl, and I met her in my cab, and she was like, yeah, let's go to have dinner date. And I was like, okay, cool. At that time, it was still, still thought my finesse was pretty good. And, this chick was like, well, let's go have dinner. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll have dinner, and then I'll bring her back to my place, and I'll fuck her, right? So we went out to dinner, and this bitch was like ordering macaroni and cheese balls and everything, right? And I was making good money. That was the first time I started making good money in my life, in 2014. And I was driving taxi in Hawaii for Charlie's Taxi, not associated with Charlie from cultivatecrypto.com. And as I was making good money, making like $10,000 a month, I really wasn't too worried about the dinner. So I was like, let her know, I'm going to cover dinner. Everything's cool, right? Because I'm not one of these guys that's like a pleb. That's like, Venmo me half the money, baby. Like, no, I'm a man. I'm better than you. I can handle this. Anyways, long story short, this bitch racked up a huge appetizer and entree and dessert and drinks, right? Under the guise of her going to have sex with me. I picked her up too as well, right? In my Grand Marquis taxi. We go out and she completely used me. Completely fucking used me. She pretended to be interested in me. She pretended to show sexual interest. She pretended to like me. And then once the check came, her demeanor completely changed. She was like, oh, well, I'm not feeling so well. I got to go home and I got to fucking wake up early and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You're in my mind. And she used me. Okay. So now the flip side is this. One, I'm a millionaire now and she's probably just a whore. So ha ha ha. Joke's on you, bitch. Hope the fucking macaroni and cheese balls were worth it. Two is that kind of girl is a piece of shit. And people like that who actively use other people are already suffering and tortured and mentally fucked up. So she's already suffering and living her shit life. So that's okay. But I want to let you guys know the truth about what's happening with the majority of modern women right now, so you don't get tricked. You don't believe their lies. You don't believe their deception. You don't believe all of the bullshit, because women lie a lot, guys. Okay? It's just how they are. It's how they're built. They're not brutally strong like us. So they have to lie and manipulate to get their way. That's their strength. And so that being said, I want to teach you guys like the truth of what's happening with modern women these days. Okay. So here we have the data. Okay. Women are outliving men in every country in the world. Yeah, that's been happening forever. Like, no big deal. We're going to point out the manipulation and the bullshit in this by Anna. Let's see, Anna, what are you up to? What should you writing? Personality influences lifespan. She's been fired. Apple Day. Divorce continues to take a psychological toll on kids. No shit. Referendums are supposed to make people happy. Why are even... God, this bitch is retarded. Men live longer when they marry a younger spouses. Why don't women? Because we don't want some old bitch following us around, nagging us. Kidding me? I want a young hottie in my life. That's hilarious. Oops. Okay. So anyways, and here it goes. Despite facing high levels of poverty than men, greater odds of encounter sexual violence. This is a gender-specific problem, okay? When you talk about sexual violence, men are usually the ones that rape women, not the other way around. Why? Because women can't rape men. The equivalent would be emotional violence on men, okay? And additional diverse forms of discrimination. But while women are living longer, it's unclear whether their well-being is showing comparable strides. As women gain political, economical, and social freedoms, okay, so they're saying this, political, economical, and social freedoms, but really what this is these are responsibilities, okay? Responsibilities. One would expect that they should feel even more contented relative to men, but this isn't so. Why is that? I'll give you the TLDR. You're treating women like men and expecting them to be happy like men, okay? Women don't want the same thing that men want. What makes women happy does not make men happy. There are very gender-specific things that make a man happy that doesn't make women happy, okay? A man can be happy dating multiple women. A woman is miserable when she's dating multiple guys and getting fucked by multiple guys. Okay? Again, the little fat girl we just talked on TikTok was talking about how I got many men on my roster. No, bitch, you're on their roster. And they're using you for sex. You think you're winning, but all you're doing are racking up more dicks on your fucking resume. That's just going to give you more anxiety, more psychological problems, and make you more of trouble for a guy down the road. If a guy even decides to commit to her. The fact that she is going to Disney alone on Valentine's Day, yikes. Yikes McGikes, all right? That alone shows you the trajectory of that chick. She's miserable. That kind of girl, I tell you, trashed house, single, talking about how she doesn't need a man on Instagram, talking about men aren't shit. Those are the girls that want a man the most. Okay, I have seen, listen, this is not like manosphere correct or whatever. I don't really give a fuck what anybody thinks about me, okay? I advise you guys to go through your girls' phones, okay? You want to see the most red pill shit you'll ever find in your entire life? Go through a girl's phone. Go through her phone and read everything. Your eyes will be permanently fucking opened. Permanently. These girls who are talking about men ain't shit, fuck men are trash, blah, 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 blah. These girls are the saddest, most depressed women behind the scenes, and all they want is one man to love them. They just want to be loved and accepted by a man, okay? And that's the bottom line, and it's global, man. It's global. This is just chicks around the world, okay? So, let's go back to here. The paradox of declining female happiness. Not a paradox. Was pointed out by economists Betsy Stevenson and Justin Wolfers, who also happen to share a house and kids. They analyzed happiness trends of U.S. citizens between 1970 and 2005 and found a surprising result. Okay, American women, their overall life satisfaction higher than men in the 70s. What was happening in the 70s? Men and women were conforming to traditional gender roles. Okay, who in their right mind said, okay, gee, let's see. Men have been protectors and providers since the beginning of civilization. Women have been nurturers and caregivers since the beginning of civilization. Let's just fuck that up. Let's just change it and let's see what happens, right? That's like McDonald's saying like, okay, you know what? We've been selling burgers since day one, but what we should do now, let's get rid of burgers and let's sell fucking sushi. Fuck McDonald's burgers. We're going to sell sushi now. How do you think that's going to go? You think McDonald's is going to be as successful as they were initially? Nope. Harry Zikos in the chat says, men ain't shit equals why won't the man I want commit to me? Bingo. There it is. Bingo. Okay? These girls who want commitment from the men, you know what it is? They don't know how to be a woman. They don't know how to be a lady. They don't know how to be feminine. They don't know how to be submissive. They don't know how to lean into the tender side of their heart and be a kind, loving, caregiving woman. All they know is, give me what I want. Pigs. Anyways. Women's happiness scores decreased while men's scores stayed roughly stable. By the 1990s, women were less happy than men. This is relative unhappiness softened after the turn of the century, but men continue to enjoy a higher sense of subjective well-being that is at least as high, if not higher, than women's. Okay? Those 35 years saw advances in American women's rights and financial power. Okay? Again, rights, cool, I get it. I think what was like the biggest right they didn't have the right to vote, but that wasn't even the 70s, right? Well, I think might be birth control or abortion or whatever, okay? Let's go on. For example, 1974, Congress outlawed credit discrimination based on sex. Yeah, they did. They did outlaw credit discrimination based upon sex, and let's see how's that working for them. I'll show you. Oops. Here we go. American women hold 2/3 of all student debt. Here's why, and that is $929 billion. Now, I'm not saying anything. Okay? All I'm saying is I'm just going to present you the facts, and you can be the rational male out there. Okay? JPR YTMO says if she doesn't let you see her phone willingly, she is a 304. Can't disagree with you on that one. Okay. Also, by the way, when you tell a girl you want to go through her phone, don't give her any room to prepare. Okay? Do it in secret or catch her off guard. Just pull it. See what she's going through. You're going to see a lot. You'll see a lot. That girl that you thought was instant in love with you, you'll see. You'll see a lot more than you want to see. It's the ultimate red pill. Guys are like, oh, going through her phone is weak. No, you're fucking dumb. That's what it is. You're dumb. Okay? You do it for educational purposes because I'll tell you, man, you will learn so much. You as a man, you can only learn by you seeing it yourself. Like, taking my word for it is one thing. And shout out to Moon Gang. Look like Moon Gang popping in. Love you guys. Taking someone's word for it is one thing. But when you see and experience it yourself, that is when you really have a life-changing educational moment, okay? I go through all these girls' phone. I don't give a shit. In 1975, states were prevented from excluding women from juries. Oh, who cares? That's fine. Go have jury duty. Make $9 a day. Until 1976, marital rape was legal in every state. I don't know what marital rape is, but maybe that's not okay. Over the 35-year, women working full-time went from earning less than 60% of a man's median salary to earning about 76%. Okay, no. See, this is manipulation right here. This is the wage gap manipulation where they don't actually calculate it fairly. They just take all the salaries and all the jobs women are making and all the salaries and all the jobs men have, and they add it up and then they divide it. And then by dividing it, they come up with this number, which is like mathematically fucking retarded and trash. So no, nothing fucking scientific about that. See, I knew that this thing would be filled with just manipulation. Okay. Of course, things happened during the period in question that probably made American women less happy. Take, for example, the massive rise in incarceration rates among their actual and potential male partners. The rise wouldn't have left traces in male happiness data because prisoners were not included in life satisfaction. Okay. 20 years between 1980 and 2000 saw a 5-fold increase in the number of African-American men in jail, leading to more black men behind bars in the U.S. than were enrolled in colleges and universities. Those kinds of statistics imply big changes to the marriage market. No, again, that's manipulation. 5-fold increase. We need some solid numbers here. Here we got to tug on the poor black people heartstrings as well, right? Poor black people. Black people don't need your fucking pity. It makes me sick to my stomach when these. This is why I hate the Black Lives Matter movement, okay? I hate it, not for the black people that are actually involved in, like police are, like, unfairly killing black people. Sure, I get it. But, like, white women who are like, oh, my God, like, these poor black people, like, we need to, like, oh, my God, Trayvon and Deontay, like, I feel so sorry for these guys. Poor black people, like, ugh. Just, like, bring them, pat them on their head. Pat them on, get as condescending as you're acting, okay? Black people don't need your fucking pity. Black people don't need to be looked down upon. And I mean, it's Solomon is in the chat. He says white guilt is real. It is. It is real. And Solomon is an African-American young man himself. We don't, like, black people don't need your fucking pity at all. Anyways, sorry, that's a little, I just hate that shit. Although increased incarceration has infected African Americans more than others, even when all Americans are considered together, the rise in male incarceration between 1970 has been held responsible for a 13% drop in U.S. marriage rate. So men going to jail is also is also our fault for women not getting married. Got it. What about women cheating and being deceptive and divorcing? Where are that stats in here? Where are the stats here? I don't know. Okay. The reduced pool of free men has also encouraged many women to accept marriage proposals from men they would have otherwise rejected, an effect that has been shown to be sufficient to shift the economic advantage of marriage away from women and towards men. Right. Women are acting like it's such a burden to marry guys. It's like, dude, look, the reality is this. Most guys who get a girl, that's not their dream girl either. You do with what you make do with what you have. I know that I'm not like some super amazing Giga Chad version of whatever like the girl I'm dating perfectly wants to be, but I know I'm good enough for her, and that's how it is. And you as a man, I mean, if you're lucky enough to be like, this guy is my dream, you know, I have dated girls that are like, oh, you actually are my dream guy. It's a great feeling. It's a fucking fantastic feeling. But, you know, again, oh man, the solipsism is hilarious. Of course, this is written by a woman. They go on to talk about some hilarious things here as well. Okay. Evidence supports that the women's rights and roles in the home in the U.S. and Europe have not moved in step with changes in the workplace. Again, everybody else's fault, right? It's not, maybe, have you considered that maybe women want to stay home and take care of children and be happy and love their husband and support their husband? Have you considered that? Okay. Have you ever met a happy career woman that was single? I have not met a happy career woman that's single. I have not. We got some, let's see. all my black brothers are in the chat, like talking about Black Lives Matter right now. They're saying, 1, 2, 3, 4, go says, MLD, I'm black. The BLM movement has been co-opted by black lesbians in the LGBT community. It's no more about black men and white police brutality. Well, I hope they send those people to the front lines of Ukraine, because we need more transgenders in the United States military. That's the only thing that's going to defeat Vladimir Putin. Men cutting off their dicks and making pseudo vaginas. That is how we're going to defeat the Kremlin. Oh God, kill me with fire. Anyways, the dual burden is carefully measured. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, where was I? Therefore, because women with jobs often do most of the chores and childcare, they shoulder a dual burden that cuts into their sleep and fun. Okay? Yeah. If you have children, sleep and fun are optional. They literally, if you have children, like, have you ever, this bitch clearly doesn't have a fucking kid. When you have a newborn, you don't sleep. That newborn is crying every hour. You got to feed and change and make sure that little thing doesn't fucking die. You are in full alert. Okay? It's not all sunshine and rainbows when you have a kid. Okay? You literally have this thing eating and shitting and crying all day long. Sleep and fun. Jesus. Matt W. in the chat says, quote, I'm single and loving it. Equals, I party then cry myself to sleep every night because I'm alone. And I wonder what's wrong with me. Oh, man. Long commutes are thought to make British women more miserable than British men because of the greater pressure on women to meet responsibilities at home as well as work. Well, that's life. You can't have it all. You have responsibilities and you have fucking consequences for your actions. It is what it is. Okay? Expectations also lie behind the curious finding that performing household chores makes men statistically less likely to become depressed, but contributes to depression in women. Jesus Christ. Less likely. God, do we even want to I don't even know if I want to dive into this study. Oh God. Taking on housework seems to encourage men to judge themselves as generally likable, fair-minded dudes, kindly reducing their wives' load. On the other hand, taking on housework seems to make women feel exploited. Okay, now I got to read this shit. Oh God. Let's do it. Got to do the fucking work. Read the full text here. Oh, God damn it. 48 hours, $12. $49 to download the PDF. Get out of here. Kidding me? Oh, I'll pirate this. That is hilarious. God, so, yeah. Okay, I'm not buying that. Of course, I'll put it behind a paywall. This article reviews more than 200 scholarly articles and books on the household labor published between 1989 and 1999. As a maturing area of study, the body of research has been concerned with understanding and documenting how housework is embedded in complex and shifting social processes. Complex and shifting social processes? How the fuck is... Can we just take a moment here? Let's just talk about what housework is, okay? It is, in the West, okay, housework is doing the dishes, a.k.a. putting dishes into the dishwasher and taking them out when they're done. Next step, laundry. Putting laundry into the machine and then putting it into the dryer and then taking the laundry out and folding them. You're telling me folding clothes is causing massive psychological stress to you? Cooking, cleaning, yeah, welcome to being an adult. Okay? Welcome to being a fucking adult. It's just hilarious. Housework is embedded in complex and shifting social processes. No, it's not. Clean your fucking house, you filthy pig. It's that simple. The construction of gender and the reproduction of society. Major theoretical, methodological, and empirical contributions to the study of household labor are summarized, and suggestions for further research are offered. In summary, women have reduced and men have increased slightly their hourly contributions to housework. Although men's relative contributions have increased, women still do at least twice as much routine housework as men. Okay, let me ask you this too. How many of you guys have been with a girl and she's like, no, don't do it. I'll handle it. Women like to do these things for men. They're acting like men are like sitting around the house and pull out a fucking 44 Magnum like Dirty Harry. And they're like, listen, bitch, you're going to fold these clothes or I'm going to fucking fold you. Make a choice. And she's like, okay, daddy, I'm going to fold these. Just don't pistol whip me. No. Engineering, manufactured misery. It's a joke. It's a joke. Women love, normal women love cooking and cleaning and taking care of the man they love. It makes them happy. It is seriously one of the happiest things, one of the most joyous things it brings to them. Just like for me, I'll be straight up, okay? I love going to the grocery store with a girl that I'm in love with. I love buying everything. I'm like, baby, buy this. Look at this watermelon. Look at these strawberries. Look at this steak. Look at this chicken. Oh my God, can you make me Japanese curry? Can you make me salad? I like bell peppers, right? I'll go in there. I'll buy everything. I'll pay for everything. I'll pay for the Uber there and the Uber back. I'll do it all. But when I get home, I don't want to touch a goddamn thing. I will pick up, I'll carry all the groceries. I am a manly man. I'll carry all the groceries. I will put them on the kitchen floor and be like, babe, that's you. Handle that. That's my joy as a man. I love going and buying all the groceries. I love paying for everything. I love taking care of a woman that I love that's also taking care of me. Same way, she loves to fucking handle all the sorting of the fucking shit. She folds the plastic bags into like these little triangles and stores them away. I'm like, all right, you do your fucking thing. I throw everything away if it's me, you know? But men and women have different roles that they enjoy doing. And we have strayed away from that. And lo and behold, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good for these chicks at all. Okay? So they're manipulating and trying to like make women look. That's the thing about the West, right? The West is like constantly trying to tell women, this is why you're miserable. This is why you're angry. This is why your life sucks. And it's not your fault. It's because of men. Okay? It's because of men. It's hilarious, man. It's hilarious. But yeah, anyways, and then we can't go through the study. Let me go back here anyways. The social history of Switzerland, where women weren't allowed to vote until 1971, reveals that subtleties of employment, expectations, and happiness. A decade after women gained suffrage, the country's citizens voted in a referendum on whether the Constitution should be amended to state that women deserve equal pay for equal work. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Anyways, let me go to the study here. All right. So now we're actually, oh God, do I even dare? Do I even dare? Okay. So now you saw the manipulation. Okay, let's go. Okay, we'll go more into more manipulation. This is manipulation with pictures, so you know it's going to be really good. All right. But the bottom line is women are just miserable because they're doing exactly everything that they're not supposed to be doing. They're being told to go out and have tons and tons and tons of casual sex, being used and conquered over and over and over again. Women don't want to fuck a bunch of dudes. They are miserable when they're doing it. They pretend, okay? And if it's a pattern of them doing it, it's usually because of some sort of external validation that they need in a parasitic way from men. And they'll go get validation. They'll get compliments, whatever. And what do they trade to get this, right? The number one thing they know that they got value for. Sex. Their pussy. That's what they'll do. It's the only way you'll see women enjoying it. But like I said, we talked about earlier this month with Selena Powell, right? Selena Powell, completely fucking miserable. Completely unhappy. And she made a profession. She made millions of dollars of casually sleeping around being a slut. Okay? Self-professed slut. Self-professed whore. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. When we sleep around, it's good for us. Okay? When we do it from a healthy place, it's good for us because we get to refine what we like. The more women a man sleeps with, the more he realizes what he likes, and the more he can choose a good long-term partner. Women, it's the opposite. The more dudes they get dealing with, right? They get experienced to multiple things. They get experienced to a guy that can fuck the shit out of them. They get experienced to a rich guy. They get experienced to a guy that's a great, has potential to be a great father. But the thing is, when they get exposed to all these options, all they see is the best aspect in each man, and they're permanently scarred with knowing that that's the best out there. And they just want to keep going and going and going, trying to get this perfect guy. And statistically speaking, it doesn't work because you got to be above average woman. And one way to be an above average woman is not to fucking be ran through. And that's exactly what they're doing. It's sad. I'll be doing a show later this month. Next week, we're wrapping up pretty much doing, it's going to be talk about the trap of the single life that modern women fall into. Because there's a wave of single women out there, bro. And these girls are increasingly miserable. Increasingly miserable. It's not in their nature to go out and get passed around. It's not in their nature to go get fucking pumped and dumped and all that jazz. It fucks with them, and it's not good. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching today's episode of Interview with a Man. We're going to get right back to the show, but real quick, I wanted to take a second to remind you to please like,
comment, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. Here's why. YouTube, this is how their algorithm works. If you don't like, if you don't comment, you don't subscribe, and you don't turn on notifications, what this tells YouTube is that this video right here is completely worthless. And we know that my content saves men's lives. So please, don't forget, take a moment right now, hit the like, leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. It's very simple to do. It's 100% for free. One more thing, watch time is going to be extremely important in the year 2021. So if you're watching this video, please be sure to watch it from the beginning all the way to the end. That is how YouTube knows that this video is valuable. In addition to that, you could do this in the gym, leave it playing on in the background while you work out, while you're cleaning your house, whatever you do. Just please make sure to watch the video from the beginning all the way to the end, okay? In addition to that, don't forget, please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. Thanks so much, and let's get back to the show.
Don't forget to come get your daily red pills. Look, if you're subscribed to other people's channels that are kind of useless, like Ryan Stone, go over there, unsubscribe from that shit. Go unsubscribe from Cappy. Go unsubscribe from all of them and come subscribe to me. Turn notifications bells on. Obviously, I'm just joking, okay? Don't go, oh my God, MLD. Clip this shit out of contents like you fucking pussies did with the 1% group. What a bunch of homos over there. Homo sapiens, that is. Ha ha ha. Homo sapiens, because we're all humans here, right? Geez, I got to play the transgender song to fucking cancel that out. Oh, man. Harold, my man, $20 super chat says, in the West, propaganda has replaced education. Oof, bro. Salute to all the hot dudes. Salute to you, my brother. Salute to you, man. Thank you so much, brother. All right, let's take a look at this article, okay? This is hilarious. God, I want to show you this video of these two idiots. These two Western chicks in Japan. They did a video, and it was so funny. Like, Western girls, man, they're literally just engineered to fucking, you know, they're just like engineered to complain. Just engineered to fucking complain, okay? And it's just, I don't know. Well, we may have to do it, okay? Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. Anyways, let's go. Women are increasingly happy. This comic explains why. Aubrey Hirsch. Do we dare see what Aubrey's been up to? Last login, joined September 3rd. No. Okay. Part of the issue of happiness highlight. Okay. American women have been made incredible progress since 1970. Women strike for peace and equality. Okay. What peace? What did they? Where is there no peace in the house? They're acting like men were coming home and like breaking Budweiser bottles over their wife's head and like, fuck you, bitch, and this casserole and this house. What? Women today are better educated and better paid than we were in 1970. Right. So, female master's degrees going up, okay? But what are those master's degrees in? Feminist gender studies, right? Transphobia. Okay? What are those in? Okay? More importantly, better educated. No. Harold just said it in the chat. They're not educated. They're indoctrinated with man-hating propaganda. They're indoctrinated, and they're too dumb to even fucking question what's being taught to them. Hilarious. But there's a chart. Now, it just makes me wonder, are these people just fucking stupid or are they manipulating on purpose? And I kind of think they're manipulating on purpose. I think it's fueled a little bit by stupidity, but I don't know. We have more support in our work at home as well as more opportunities outside the home. We've made real gains toward equal rights and reproductive freedom, right? Got to make sure there's a black woman with short hair right there. Okay. Who's this? Who doesn't matter. She's white. Okay. And yet, in the decades between 1970 and 2005, women's self-reported happiness scores have declined both in absolute and relative to men's scores. Okay. So this is in the 1970s. This red line indicates female happiness and life satisfaction. As you can see, it just continues and continues and continues to plummet. Made a little bit of a rebound there, but men kind of made the crossover here in the 90s because we just realized, oh, wait, free sex everywhere, porn, weed. I can make do. It may not be the best way of living, but I can make do. If women have made so many substantive gains in the last 50 years, why are we less happy? One culprit might be women's changing expectations as our opportunities in life and work increased. So did our opportunities to compare ourselves not just to other women, but to the men around us. Okay. Comparison is the thief of joy. If you go around comparing yourself to everybody, you're just going to be fucking miserable, dude. But again, this is just theory by the person who drew these pictures. Our expanding awareness of our persisting limitations might cause us to report feeling less happy. Awareness of our persisting limitations. No. The growing complexity of women's lives may also be a factor. In 1970, a woman who was primarily a homemaker might judge her happiness based solely on her family life. Yeah, that's typically what women do. Dude, I know chicks that are in their 30s and 40s that are single and they know they will not have kids. And it is a deep sadness that they have to comfort inside them. Okay? It is a deep sadness. That's the equivalent of being a man and being like, yeah, you're just never going to be able to have a job and earn money your entire life. And you're just going to have to, you're just going to have to fucking cope with that. I have talked to, on my consultations, right? I have talked to men that are sons of rich men and trust fund babies and having tons and tons and tons of financial provisioning done for them. Trust funds, okay? Dad is always giving them money. They have no need to work. And it is extremely emasculating to some of these guys. Majority of them, not some, majority of them. Some of them get lost in drugs. Some of them get lost in alcohol, prostitution. You rob something from a man when you don't allow him to go out and conquer in the world these days. Okay? When a man trades something, his time, his brain, his energy for money, and he gets it, it is a very rewarding feeling for men. That's the equivalent of a woman having a child. You rob them of their specific gender-based happiness, okay? You ever see a woman on like a public area and there's like a baby near them? They act like a beta male, like creeping on a girl. They're like, hey, hi. Like doing all these like creepy, weird things to like just interact with the baby. You ever see that? They are genetically predisposed to be a caregiver. That's why we come inside them and they get pregnant. That's why they desire sex. They don't desire sex for fun and pleasure. They desire sex from men that can fucking fuck the shit out of them and get them pregnant. They want to reproduce. Period. Whereas a woman 50 years later might be considering circumstances at home and at work. Yeah, it's your choice. Welcome to man's world. All this is good news since it suggests that our frame of reference for happiness may have shifted. The bar has been raised. No, it's not. Women today, still happier as ever to fucking have baby and stay at home. Period. Okay? Another explanation for the persistence of the male-female happiness gap is that men may have reaped more than their share of benefits from the women's movement. Of course, let's blame men. Marriage economists Betsy Stevenson and Justin Wolfers speculate that men enjoy the spoils of the sexual revolution. Right, because men and women are different. Men are totally okay with having a bunch of sex with a bunch of women. It doesn't eat away at us. It's a fucking pride, okay? It's a badge of honor. It's skill for a guy to fuck multiple women. It's no skill involved for a girl to fuck multiple guys. There's no skill involved whatsoever. It eats away at them. I mean, the data shows. We've been talking about it over and over and over again. The data shows. And the data is inside of you as a man. Because when we tell you that the girl you're in love with or that you like a lot has been fucking ran through, most guys are not going to be okay with that. It's not going to sit well with them. It's not going to sit well with them at all. Girls, they're okay. Like, oh, whatever. My man's the shit. Okay? They are far less impacted by the decline of traditional families and rising economic inequality. Right. So if men are less impacted by the decline of traditional families and women are more impacted by the decline of traditional families, shouldn't women go back to the role of traditional families? Am I making any sense here, or do I sound like I'm completely fucking crazy? But I already know that this whole article is full of shit and manipulation. But it's just like, this is just surface level research. This is people who like read this like, yes, men are bad. Yes, this is all men's fault. And they go along with it and they believe it. Here we go. Right? Oh, how this is racist. This is a black man here leaning back and a not so black woman. They're demonizing black people. This is a racist website. Okay. Although men's contributions have increased, women still do, on average, more than twice the housework that men do, according to leading family researcher Scott Coltrane. Okay? Because women's increasing participation in the workplace has not been met with proportionally decreasing responsibilities at home, many women are now forced to work what sociologist Arlie Russell Hochschild and Anne Machung called the second shift that cuts into our leisure time. Okay? This exposes some of the work we still need to do. Until we can enjoy real equality in every sphere, women's happiness is bound to lag behind men's. Right. So we just need women to be as happy as possible or the same as happiness as men. Okay? How about when women were happier than men in the 1970s? Why don't we go back to that model? Right? Seriously, am I crazy? Are there holes in my logic? I'm asking you guys in the chat, are there holes in my logic? Am I making no sense? Because they just posted a graph. Couple pictures up because we're in fucking ADD generation. Right here. Women were happier than men by a long shot. It wasn't until after the 1990s that they plummeted below. So maybe go back to the way it was if you're so fucking determined to be as happy as men or equally as happy. Now, I seriously want to know, are there holes in my logic? We got 200 people plus watching right now. Are there holes in my logic? I want the chat to tell me, or am I making sense? This exposes some of the work we need to do, blah, blah, home, work, education, justice, Jesus fucking Christ, safety, bodily autonomy. Okay, bodily autonomy. You know what that's code word for? Abortion. Abortion. That's all it is. Women have the right to murder their babies. Yeah, and it fucking scars them for life. It scars them for life. Okay? Now, I remember when I was 10 years old, okay? And there was a friend of mine. His name was Joey. And he used to hang out at his house. And Joey's dad used to go to work. And his mom stayed home. And she was a wino. She would drink those, you know, those big white trash glass bottles of that rose wine. What do they call it? Like Chateau Rousseau or something like that in America, right? I remember her drinking this wine every day. And then one day, she picked up the phone and she called one of her girlfriends and she was crying and crying and crying. And she was crying, and I was like, why is this lady crying? Like, what the hell is going on with her? I was 10 at the time. And then she was saying, I killed a baby. I killed a baby. I had an abortion. I killed this baby. I killed my unborn baby, right? And then she got off the phone, and she started crying to me and Joey. And we're like, no, it's okay. Like, you're a good person. Like, we're 10. And Joey was like 8. And we're like, it's okay. You killed the baby. But like, we're 10 and 8, so we're just going to tell you it's okay because we don't really understand the gravity of what's happening. Okay? I got a girl pregnant when I was 19. She went off and killed the baby, didn't even tell me about it. And that girl, so this was a white lady. That girl was Mexican lady that I got pregnant. And then multiple Japanese girls on each coast have confessed to me in tears, me not even asking them, about them killing the babies. Okay? Abortion. Doesn't really have a positive effect on women. Then you got all these women who, because they've been indoctrinated and manipulated, right, by the mass media, to think like, oh, you're oppressed because you can't have an abortion. Like, go out there. Bro, I am a huge advocate. I am a massive advocate of abortion. Kill that baby. Blow that fucking baby's head off with a shotgun if you have to. I don't give a fuck. If the doctor has to go and shove it up inside her vagina and pull the trigger and it just blows that baby's brain out, good for you. Women's empowerment, fuck that baby. Murder that little succubus, okay? Kill it. I don't give a shit because I know it's going to fucking ruin you down the road. So if you want to do shit that's going to ruin you, by all means, go. Have your body positivity, murder that baby, get out there and get in a fucking shitload of student debt, get pumped and dumped until the fucking sun goes down. Go ahead, sister. Welcome to equality, honey. You got it. You do whatever you want, baby. Do whatever you want. Because it's insane. It's insane, and they're bitching for it, but they realize they're just too dumb to know that what they really want is just old school, just listening to themselves. Be feminine. Be a lady. Be nice. Cook, clean, take care of a worthy man. That's it. That's it. But they're too far gone. They're too far gone. I was talking to Allie, Real Femme Sapien, the other day, and I was like, sweetie, you got endless customers till the day to the day you die. You're gonna have customers because these bitches are lost. They are lost. They are totally lost. Especially now that we're finally close to see what we're missing. Right. Hilarious. Oh my God. Hilarious. Nothing. This is just an emotional manipulation story. That's all this is. Okay. So now let's go to the actual study. Okay. The Paradox of Declining Female Happiness. This is by Betsy Stevenson and Justin Wolfers. Okay, abstract. The abstract is when you go to a study. Okay, the abstract is basically the TLDR of the entire study. It's a summary. Okay, and Macaroni Tony says, this is my first live stream I've ever tuned into. Found out about you through King Dre. Now I see why he walks with you. You raw as hell, bro. Thank you so much, dude. King Dre is an amazing behind the scenes, a really good person. He is an awesome guy. I call that guy my friend. 10 out of 10. Totally recommend King Dre and everything he does. He's very smart. He's very wise. He's a great guy. Okay. Let's go to the abstract. By objective measures, the lives of women in the United States have improved over 35 years. Yet we showed that the measure of subjective well-being indicate that women's happiness has declined both absolutely and relative to men. So again, now, by many objective measures, okay, so this is where they're wrong. Right off the bat, like literally the first sentence, okay, objective measures. Can I just ask somebody, okay, just a 1 in the chat if yes, 2 in the chat if no, okay, 1 in the chat if yes, 2 in the chat if no. Do you enjoy going to jury duty? Please let me know. 1, if you love getting called to jury duty. 2, if you do not love to be called to jury duty. 1, if you do love it. 2, if you do not. Okay? We're almost there. Okay. Overwhelming majority have voted 2. Okay? So one of the measures they're talking about in all these studies, like women were excluded from juries. How much of a fucking loser do you really have to be like, okay, yeah, I want to wake up at 8 a.m. and I want to get in traffic and I want to go downtown and I want to pay for parking and I want to pay for gas and I want to go to this fucking trial and get paid $40 to $50 per day that are drained out of the finite hours of my life to be a jury member for the fucking court case. If I was a man in a situation that they were like, sorry, men are excluded from jury, I'd be like, thank you so much. Thank you. Send it out those women. Put those women to work. You get out there and you do your job, sister. Send them to jail. Send them to the fucking chair. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. You're adding additional responsibility to my life that I don't fucking want. Solo says jury duty doesn't pay anymore in some places. Wow. Deb C says it costs me at least $500 to $1,000 a day to not work and be in jury duty. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Plumber's in the house. He says, I'm 54 and so far never been called jury duty. Probably because I'm a retired cop and there's no way they'd want me there. Jay Woodyer says, I have to disagree with MLD. Look, all I'm saying is this, right? They are using a lot of shit that really doesn't fucking matter in my opinion. You really think women, when the housewives were like waking up like, fuck, I just hate my life because I am not allowed to go to jury duty? I was called to jury duty, and it was a drug case. I was like, I openly endorse marijuana and the usage. And they're like, all right, get this guy out of here. You know? Another time I went there, like, my friend killed himself. What's his name? Homer Simpson. He killed himself. Death by donuts. And so I got to go to the funeral. They're like, okay, sir, see you later. I was like, see you later, fuckfaces. Anyways. The paradox of women's declining relative well-being is found across various data sets. Measures of subjective well-being and pervasive across demographic groups in industrialized countries. Relative decline, here it is. Relative declines in female happiness have eroded a gender gap in happiness in which women in the 70s typically reported higher subjective well-being than men. So the gender gap was closed, and how they closed that, they made women more unhappy. But we need equality. Just need equality. Whatever it is, equality. So what does that mean? So either we need more women to start killing themselves, or men, we got to like drastically reduce the 90-something% of men killing themselves. But you're never going to see a GoFundMe that's like, stop men's suicide. But like GoFundMe, like this, like, you know, the Tinder swindler bitches starting a GoFundMe for being literally dumb sluts. Dumb sluts on a dating app getting conned by a guy have more money going to them than fucking suicide shit for men. Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So there's some of the studies here. Let me show you. Okay. Happiness trends by gender. We examined men's and women's subjective well-being in the United States over the last 35 years using data from the General Social Survey. This survey is a nationally representative sample of about 1,500.
So, you have accepted the truth.
Hardy, thanks for subscribing. This survey is a nationally representative sample of about 1,500 respondents every year from 1972 to 1993. Okay, so this is survey-based data. So another thing is this too, all right? Survey-based data. Of course, there's no scientific analysis behind my theory here, but I would not put it past women to lie and say they're happier than they actually are, because they do it all the time. How do I know? Look at Instagram. Okay. The amount of pictures and fake, dude, these girls, let me tell you something. When a girl writes, let me go full screen for this. When a girl sits down and writes an Instagram post, it's not like us men where we're like, okay, you know, for me, I find a popular quote and I just put it on there relating to how I'm thinking at the time, right? For my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, Hot Dude Life right there. Hot Dude Life on Instagram. Go follow me, okay? Women, when they put together Instagram, they know, they're like, oh my God, the entire world is looking at me and I want to be approved. I want everybody to approve of my decision. They write paragraphs. They choose a photo. They put the photo through a million filters. They try different types of filters. They have different things that they think about constructing and writing for the caption. They plan that shit for the longest time because they are trying to show the world that they are happy, they are normal, they're well-adjusted, and they're not suffering, okay? Dude, I know girls that post things pretending to be so happy, and they literally go cry later that day, okay? So that's nowadays with Instagram, okay? Now, another thing is this. Instagram's new. Women have always been liars for the most part. And, you know, maybe boosting the truth a little bit more than they should, right? So I would not be surprised if these chicks that are reporting on the survey were saying they're a little bit happier than they actually were. Because who wants to admit to being miserable, right? Yeah, brand management. So, and continues with about 3,000 respondents every second year from 1994 through 2004, rising to...
So, you have accepted the truth.
Tom Cripps, thanks for subscribing. And 4,500 respondents in 2006. So it looks like the respondents went up from 94 to 2004, just 3,000 per year. Every second year. Okay, so every other year. Why did they do that? And then 4,500 responses in 2006. Okay, so it's a pretty long study. The repeated cross sections these repeated cross sections are designed to track attitudes and behaviors among the U.S. population and contain a wide range of demographic and attitudinal questions. Subjective well-being is measured using the questions. Taken all together, how would you say things are these days? Would you say that you are very happy, pretty happy, or not too happy? Okay. In addition, respondents are asked about their satisfaction with a number of aspects of their life, such as their marriage, their health, their financial situation, and their job. Okay. We'll return to these data on subjective blah, blah, blah. The long duration of GSS and the use of consistent survey language to measure happiness make it ideally suited for analyzing trends in well-being over time. However, there are a few changes to the survey that can impact reported happiness. For example, in every year, but 1972, the question about happiness followed a question about marital happiness in every year, except for 1972 and 1985, the happiness question.
So, you have accepted the truth.
Thank you, Abdi Hussein, for subscribing. The 1985 happiness question was preceded by a 5-item satisfaction scale. Okay, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's go to the here. Okay. Okay. All right. Figure 1 shows how answers to the happiness questions have trended over time for both men and women. The upper panel shows raw sample proportions by gender. The top line shows that in the 1970s, women were more likely than men to report being very happy. Okay, and figure 1 is down here. This is going to be right here. Okay. So, so this line here, what colors? Right. Very happy here, and these are people reporting not too happy at the bottom here. Okay. Top panel shows raw sample proportions. Bottom panel represents estimates from an order probit regression of happiness on a full set of surveyed gender fixed effects. Okay. So, happiness index. These bars are the differences between the two. Okay. So, women here this is 0, right? This is 1. This is -1. As you can see, women are trending down from 1970 onwards. Okay. Men were far less happy than women in the 1970s. But as the whoredom went up, men were like, oh, wait a minute, we can play the game. Okay. I'm reading you guys in the chat. You guys are hilarious. Anyways, let's go back. So,
you have accepted the truth.
Everybody, look at that. Sarah Amora is subscribing. We even got women subscribing over here. Everybody, come on down. Okay. Now, I'm just going to go to these charts, actually, because there was another section here. Where was it? Okay. Trends in gender happiness gap across groups. We now turn to breaking these trends apart by various demographic and socioeconomic groups. When adding controls for race, immigration status, and age had little impact on the overall trend. So there you go. Doesn't matter the race, doesn't matter the immigration status, and the age, okay? The trend continued. And I'm not surprised that as women progressed over time, I wouldn't be surprised as they fucking continued to survey these women and they were continuously depressed as life went on because they continued to be single, childless, and on and on and on. Divorce as well, man. It's all bad for them. In particular, one might expect differences in the happiness trends observed for blacks. The civil rights movement dramatically expanded the opportunities available to African Americans, and while these improvements are evident in most objective measures, it is useful to consider whether these changes are evident in aggregate trends in subjective well-being. Table 2 examines the gender happiness gap separately by race. Trends in happiness among blacks are examined in columns 1 and 2. This data shows that the happiness trend strongly upward for both male and female African Americans, erasing about 2/3 of large racial differences in subjective well-being that were evident in the early 70s. Right. I wouldn't be surprised as, we gave black people equal rights. They're happier. Duh. No shit. However, there is little difference in these trends by gender. There it is again. Indeed, this data suggests that well-being may have risen more strongly for black women than black men, an outcome that is consistent with indicators of economic and social progress. It is also worth noting that the difference in subjective well-being for black men and women in 1972 is very different from that seen for whites. Black women in 1972 were less happy than black men, while white women were happier than white men. Ooh, white women, bro, just these white bitches. So let me get this straight. So, in America, in the 70s, the way things were, white women were the happiest people in America. Then white women, or then white men, and then they definitely were happier than white men, right? So we have white women happiest, then everybody else is beneath them. Now, all I need to say is one word to sum up white women in today's day and age. Karen. Okay? Karen. White women have been such insufferable cunts that we have a mainstream media slang for insufferable white women. That's how bad it is. Karen. And then you got Karen, perfectly said there. Anthony C. in the chat says college, Karen Training Center. They're so dumb. They don't know they're going to college to be engineered into be perpetually upset and disappointed their entire life. There's even a movie called Karen on Amazon. I heard about that. I want to watch that. And she's like bullying black neighbors, isn't she? Isn't like part of the fucking whole thing? It's like evil white Karen, and like they kind of they sprinkled in some like social justice shit in there. Macaroni Tony, I'm glad you're enjoying the show, buddy. Welcome. Okay. Anyways, let's go back to the study here on the paper. It's hilarious. If white women are so superior and woke and genius, right, then why don't they go back to the way it is? Because that would require some accountability. And we know that ain't going to happen. Table 2 demonstrates... All right, hold on. White women were happier than white men. While the point estimates suggesting that the gender gap in happiness for blacks has decreased over this period, the estimated change in the gap is not statistically significant. Since Table 2 demonstrates that the paradox of declining female happiness is not occurring amongst blacks, interesting, we should expect that downward trend in female happiness will be larger and more precisely estimated when we examine it among whites. Columns 3 and 4. Let me see this. Table 2. What page are we on? 13? Let's go to Table 2. Figure 1. Figure 2. Okay, so let me just... Life satisfaction... Virginia Slims poll. Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's a cigarette brand for you guys. I don't know. Virginia Slims. Proportion very satisfied women, men. That is hilarious. They've been like literally unhappier consistently. Where's table 2? Table 2. This is figure 5, figure 6. Oh, suicide rates in the United States. Men blowing women out the fucking water. That's not important, though. Fuck that. Okay. Table 2. Here we go. Okay. Differential happiness trends in U.S. by race. Okay. Dummy. Female. Gender. Blacks, whites. Okay. Non-Hispanic whites. The sample size for blacks is only 5,600, 38,000 whites, and 27,000 non-Hispanic whites. Okay, so this is tables 2. Very interesting. Yeah, you see, when you look at this data here, it's pretty like the biggest difference I wanted to show you guys is how the data here is pretty concrete and it's pretty relevant and it's pretty bottom line. Whereas the other stuff, the Vox article and everything, the Guardian article, low key, not even low key, like fucking just demonizing men over just in general. Okay? Just in general. Like, here's why women are upset, and this is why. Because men. What was that, 13? It's 13. Okay. All right, here's another part. Before examining trends in happiness across the groups, it is worth emphasizing the tremendous changes in the composition of the groups. In the 1970s, less than a quarter of the adult population had attended college, and only 10% had a bachelor's degree. By 2005, over 50% attended college, and half of those had achieved a bachelor's degree. Moreover, this change was not gender neutral. There's been a large-scale increase in female education attainment, both absolutely and relative to that of men, with female college attendance rates exceeding those of men for cohorts born in 1960 or later. Okay? So that ties into my theory that there's a lot of indoctrination going on in these college campuses. Like, some of my friends have showed me stuff now that's going on in college, and like they're literally telling white people they're evil in college. Like, can you imagine that? Going to college and be like, oh, you're evil because you're white. Or let's say because you're black, you're probably going to be a criminal. Or because you're black, you know how to dance and you like fried chicken and you have a big dick. Are you white? Yep, you are probably evil. You probably can't fuck your wife. You probably like to watch your wife get fucked, right? You're Spanish. You probably have a switchblade on you right now, right? You like Coronas. Asian, you're good at math. You're bad at driving, and you definitely have small dick. Right? What the fuck? But it's okay to just shit on white people. Like, yeah, you're white. You're like, you're born evil. You're just born evil. There's a lot of fucking communist bullshit in the fucking in these colleges right now, guys. And it doesn't matter. Here's what unifies us all here in the Hot Dude Army. It doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're white. It doesn't matter if you're Hispanic. It doesn't matter if you're Asian. It doesn't matter if you're an Indian guy or if you're a Saudi or Middle Eastern, Australian. Don't worry, guys. The mainstream society, they hate us all. They hate us all because we're men. Okay? They hate us all because we're men. So we're in this together, boys. Pay no mind to the differences. Oh, man. What a fucking clown world. All right. Let's see. There's some more information here that is pretty interesting. The female labor force participation rates also dramatically rose from 43% in 1970 to 59% in 2005, while male labor force participation fell from 80% to 73%. Oh, well, shocker there, right? Shocker there. Okay. Jay Whitward in the chat says, race doesn't matter. Karen will still report you to HR. God, bro. God in heaven, bro. God in heaven. Marital behavior has changed substantially, with a greater incidence of divorce and remarriage, including incidents of marriage among those at older ages. Moreover, the marital population is shifting toward those with more education, particularly among those in their 30s and early 40s. Finally, even the composition of people at various ages is shifting as life expectancy has increased. Because happiness can be considered both a trait of the individual as well as a reaction to the individual's life circumstances, this shifting of people into different categories confounds their underlying tendency towards happiness with changes in the hedonic experience of people in the group. Okay. So, very concrete data here. And I want to go down to this here. Where is the... Is there... Oh, wait, where's the results? Oh, I don't think they have a results section here. I think it's just at the front. Anyways. Okay. It's going to lead me to my next point. Anyways. We could sit here breaking this down forever, and we'd be here all night. So, oh, shoot. Did I have that wrong? One second. Let me pull up this article. So, here's another one. Okay. So, I just finished this book by Dr. Laura Schlesinger. And the name of the book, dude, honestly, guys, I'll tell you this. Actually, let me pull it up. This book is really, really good. I didn't even know that this book was in print or whatever. But I'll tell you guys, honestly, as men, you should really read this book, okay? It's right here. By Allie, who introduced me to it. Real Fem Sapien. You can listen to it on Audible. It's like 2 hours long. Right here. The Proper Care and Feeding of Husbands. This woman is actually fucking super based. As savage as I am to you men, she is ultra savage to women. This is a great book, okay? And in this book, she talked about a study that I was like, no way, this can't be real, okay? So here's the deal. So she pointed out a study, and I'm going to show it to you, that when men and women flip roles, okay, so when men are house husbands, stay-at-home husbands, and women go to work and make all the money, both men and women have a larger percent. I believe in the book she mentioned an 82% higher mortality rate for men who stay at home and are house husbands. So if you're a man and you stay at home and you act like a little bitch and you're a stay-at-home husband, because that's what you are. Sorry, this is my channel. I got to say what I got to say. If you're a guy and you're not the breadwinner, I don't know, bro. You got to be one hell of a fucking dad to shift my opinion. Those guys die sooner. And women who take the role of breadwinner also die sooner. So house husbands stay at home and die sooner, and women who go to work also and are the breadwinners, the main fucking provisioners, they also die sooner. Take a look here. The house husband's heart at risk. Okay, this is BBC News 2002. Most people assume that life in the rat race is bad for else, but new research suggests it is men who give up their careers to become house husband who are more at risk of a fatal heart attack. The study found that pressures of staying at home to look after children can be so stressful that they have a damaging effect on health. Dr. Elaine Eaker of Eaker Epidemiology Enterprises in Wisconsin said the key to the problem was that some men become stressed about the fact that they were performing a role not traditionally associated with them by society. It's not about society. It's about being a fucking man. Let me tell you something, boys. Okay. All right. 2018. This is story time. Okay. MLD story time. 2018. It was not my proudest year. Okay. 2018. I quit recruitment. I quit my fucking corporate job in Tokyo. And I said, I got to make this fucking modern life dating thing work. I've got it. This is my life's calling. I know it. Right. And I had an Airbnb that was being run by my mom and her husband, Thomas, right? So I was living off of that money. I had made the Airbnb flawlessly fucking operational. We got ranked to the front of all of Orlando. We started out at the bottom with 1,000+ people hosting in Orlando. We became super host at an amazing property running. It was top of the line, right? So, long story short, I got rugged. Thomas, he's a fucking loser, right? And what do losers do? Anything they fucking touch, they destroy. He saw money coming in. He thought he could do what I could do. And he manipulated my mom into shutting down the Airbnb, losing the superhost status, and restarting it under his name. Let's just say the Airbnb doesn't work anymore, and they're both financially fucked up, okay? Hilarious. Okay, this one's for you, Thomas.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
Now, I was dependent on that money, and I got rugged. I was teaching English partially in order to come up with my business plan and live off the Airbnb money, okay? Now, this is when I was dating Miss MLD at the time. One summer weekend, we got on the train and we went down to Yokohama Prefecture. Okay. We went to a popular beach a lot of people go to called Zushi. Zushi. Look it up. Zushi Beach. Really, Japanese beaches are disgusting unless they're in Okinawa. Zushi Beach, there's an area called Ishiki Kaigan. We went over to Ishiki Kaigan area. Okay. We were chilling out at the beach, having a good time, whatever. And at that time, I was not very financially stable. It was tough. And Miss MLD and I were hungry when we were leaving the beach. We went early in the morning. I was drinking a little bit. She didn't drink. We're having a good time. We wanted to go to Japanese barbecue, which is known as yakiniku, right? And I had no fucking money at the time. At the time, Miss MLD paid 4,000 Japanese yen. Okay? Roughly $37 for us to have dinner at this Japanese yakiniku place, right? And I'll tell you guys, as a man, here I am later, millionaire status, 2022. That is seriously one of the most humiliating points in my life as a man. I'm not saying you need to have the same level of standards that I have, okay? But for me, to sit there like a fucking bitch and watch her pull out her wallet and pay for my food like I'm some fucking infantile little shithead who doesn't have his act together, that really, really, really fucked with me. I couldn't even buy her a birthday present that year. I had to make her a video on Final Cut Pro of all the memories we had. And luckily for her, she was an angel. She was like, I love the video. Thank you so much. And, but that's the truth of being a man. I don't know if I'm overcompensating or blah, 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 but I'm just telling you my opinion. Like, I get it. Sometimes you should let your girl treat you and shit. But for me, it was more the fact that I didn't have the money. And that today, I vividly remember that memory. It was humiliating for me. It was super, super, super humiliating for me as a man. I have dignity. Okay, I'm not a fucking little weasel or a little rat that like needs to, you know, leech off women and shit. Okay, and that's what this article's talking about. And it was, you know, that's the real talk about being a man. I can't believe it in my heart of hearts that a man says he feels cool and he's comfortable and secure with himself if his woman is out making more money than him and being the breadwinner. For me, another thing is this, right? Into 2018, my sister was making way more money than me at the time. She was crushing it. She was like the golden child of the family. And it was eating me up inside. I cannot lose to my sister. I fucking cannot lose. I cannot let her be the fucking the winning child. And it ate me up. That's the truth about being a man. It's right here. Again. The key to the problem was that some men became stressed about the fact that they were not performing a role not traditionally associated with them in society. Men who do stay at home to look after the family tend not to have the same levels of support from peers, friends, and family as women who do the same. Right. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, well, damn, Mr. Jackson, what's up with you, bro? It's been a while since I've seen you. He says, MLD, it's different if you both have it. She knows you got it, but just wants to take care of you. Right. And that's fine, right? Like, you know, because that girls like to feel like they're contributing. When they know you have everything, they know you're rich, they know the bills are paid, they know that you can afford dinner. They're like, oh, you know, well, I wanted to buy us dinner, so here's $80 for. I'm contributing. Yee. It's their little fucking cosplay game. It's their little LARPing adventure. Like I'm contributing too. Yeah, okay, whatever. And you're like, as a man, you're like, that's okay, baby. Yeah, yes, you are. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. But if she knows you don't have the money, and she's got to continue to support you and support you and support you, the resentment is going to build. Or if she is a real one, she's going to hold you down. And as a man, it's your responsibility to get your fucking act together. It's just your responsibility to get your fucking act together. Okay? The findings are based on a 10-year study of 2,682 people aged 18 to 77 who lived in the suburbs of Boston, Massachusetts. Now we can talk about racism. That's because people from Boston are super fucking racist. That's a little America joke for you guys that don't know that. Men who described themselves as house husbands had an 82% higher death rate over the period of the study than men who worked outside the home. Where is my GoFundMe? Where is it? Where is my fucking parade? Where is my hashtag movement? 82% higher death rate. 82%. This is not like 16% of these guys died more. 82 fucking percent. Here you go, sweetie. Links in the chat for you, baby. 82%. Here's the. Oh wait, hold on. I'll pull the study up. I have the full study as well. Here, okay. So here's the full study as well. This is talking about heart disease, right? The number one killer of people in America. 82%, boys. Heart disease accounted for most of the extra risk. The finding held good even when other factors such as age, blood pressure, and cholesterol level were taken into account. Jack O'Sullivan of the Fathers Direct group was quoted saying, "Home dads can be quite isolated. Society expects main carer to be a woman." Society, fuck off. Fuck off. This is what white people deserve in America, okay? The entitlement to think you can be better than nature. Like, let's see. Men, providers, protectors since the beginning of time. Women, nurturers, caregivers. Yeah, fuck nature. Let's switch around. We can make it happen. Body language mastery is not open right now, buddy. It will be opened later. I got to re-upload everything because Teachable fucked my whole school up. Daycare is called mother and toddler groups, and some men feel awkward about belonging to those groups. Like, yeah, baby, yeah, you got to put on my nappy. You got to be a stay-at-home husband. Girls will look at that guy and be like, yo, this guy is a pussy. Guys, look, here's the bottom line. Okay. I could not ever be a stay-at-home dad. You think I'm going to fucking hang up my YouTube gloves and be like, all right, baby, you know what? You go out there, I'm going to kiss you, and I'll let you ride me on top. You can fuck me, and I'll just be the complete submissive husband. No. Fuck that. Are you kidding me? Hell no. Dude, I have too much dignity as a man. Dude, this is across the board, okay? This is across the board. I have a friend right now, and he is a great guy. He is a fantastic individual, and he's a good father. And so, he was married to a white woman. So there you go. Hell on earth right there. Okay. Long story short, she is fucking looking over the boy and girl. The girl is 12 years old and already on antidepressants. "12 years old, already on antidepressants." Why did the marriage come to an end? He caught her cheating. The daughter is already kind of distancing herself from my friend because the mother is saying, daddy's bad guy, daddy's evil, daddy's this, daddy's that. Left this man in fucking shambles. He's strong, man. He's bounced back. He's doing well. He's doing a great job now. And he's in the process of fucking picking up the scraps of the family, all due to her not being able to control her fucking pussy, wanting to go jump on some other dick and ruining her children's lives in the meantime. And that is the reality. The majority of women are initiating divorces. The majority of women are destroying families in the West. Okay? Let's go back to the study. Professor Carrie Cooper, an occupational psychologist at the University of Manchester, said many men were guilty of underestimating the task of caring for a family. He said most men think being a house husband will involve popping on a bit of washing, taking the kids to school, and then putting their feet up with a cup of coffee. They are crazy. Housewives do much more multitasking than almost any man ever has to do in the workplace. Doubtful. Highly doubtful. Okay? You can put the kids in a room, lock the door and be like, go to sleep. And those kids will eventually, they might raise hell, but eventually they'll go to sleep. If you put them down, it's like, it's bedtime, take a nap. Okay? You can't walk into the office room and be like, all right, listen, boss, I know, the TP report is due at 3:15, but I'm going to go take a nap. You're going to come back and you're not going to have a job. Torgo 1001 says it's a depression of their own making for the most part. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is estimated that men have taken over the main homemaker's role in 1 of 7 homes as increasing numbers of women become the main breadwinner. The study also found that women in high-powered jobs were more likely to develop heart disease than those in more junior positions. For men, the finding was reversed. And earlier this week, we were talking about, oh man, these bitches are just so fucking dumb. I'm sorry not to be Mr. Politically Correct or whatever. These bitches are just fucking retarded. Okay? Earlier, you could see this episode here, modern women are burning out, right? That's episode 505. And the study was saying like, well, the reason why women are burning out is because they're not in higher positions of authority. And I said, you think being in a managerial position is easier? No, because then you got to manage a bunch of idiots. And that's even more stressful. And they're saying, well, this is why women are burning out, because they need higher positions of fucking managerial stress. And then this says here that women who have these higher powered jobs with higher ranking positions are more likely to develop heart disease than men. And for men, the finding was reverse. Okay? So the more powerful a man is, the more he feeds his masculine ego in a healthy way, and the less stressed out he is. Guys, as men, look, we know, okay? We know. We deep in our hearts know if we're a winner or if we're a loser, okay? When I was 33 and it turned 2019, I knew in my heart of hearts, I was like, dude, I am a fucking 33-year-old loser. I am a 33-year-old loser, and I'm talking all this shit, how I'm going to be this YouTuber, and how I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I fucking haven't done a goddamn thing. And that was after my rough 2018. And I had the hard come to Jesus moment with myself to be like, Jonathan, get your fucking shit together. You are a 33-year-old loser, and you're not getting any younger. You've got to get your shit together now. As men, we know it. We know when we're winners, and we know when we're losers. And if you're an alpha male, if you're a strong masculine man that actually has drive and determination, you're going to know when you're being a loser, and that's going to stress you out. It stressed me out. It fucking ate me up, man. Especially when you know you have what it takes to be more than you actually are. Study shows it. Study fucking shows it. Okay? Let's go to this next article here. Women, work and family demands may impact women's heart health. Okay? Researchers believe that stress and cardiovascular health are linked in some ways. No shit. But the association is not fully clear. A large-scale news study has recently delved into the effects of unique kind of stress. Okay? So, this article is not that long. We're just going to go through it real quickly. Okay? Because I want to show you how they... women. Let's blame men. Okay? See, because you know why? It's profitable to lie to and manipulate women. Why? Because they're emotional creatures. They're easy to manipulate. They're easy to con. They're easy to fucking steal from. And that's what all these corporations are doing. That's what all these governments are doing. And they know it. And they fucking know it. That's the harsh red pill. According to the American Heart Association, stress may affect factors that increase risk of heart disease. No shit, including blood pressure and cholesterol level. One major source of stress is the workplace. Duh. Right? No fucking duh. What's up, Matt? What's up, Miguel? Good to have you in here. In fact, a 2015 review of 27 studies that appeared in the journal Current Cardiology Reports found an association between work stress and a moderately elevated risk of incident coronary heart disease and stroke. Okay. However, one type of stress that researchers often lead out of studies is felt by a person who needs to simultaneously balance the demands of work and family life. Here we go. Right here. They're setting you up, boys. Can you feel it? They're setting you up for the emotional guilt trip. Examining this in more depth may eventually help health professionals better identify and treat cardiovascular issues. This according to authors of the new study, which now appears in the Journal of American Heart Association. I wonder if this is the actual study. We found significant associations with WFC, which is work-family conflict, and ideal CVH scores. These associations were heterogeneous according to the sex. I mean, hetero means, so I'm thinking it's the same. Let me just double check this word. What is that? Get out of here. What is that? Diverse in character and content. Consisting of dissimilar, diverse ingredients. Okay, so it means it definitely affected them. Heterogeneous according to sex, right? Oh, can I not read this? Can we get this?
If you guys don't donate $100 right now, you're a beta male, you're a cuck, you're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
Sour juice. And that's $10 super chat. Corporations are like shady mechanics to women bringing their cars in, not knowing what's wrong. Easy money, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, mechanics con women all the fucking time, right? They do it because they get paid by the job. The work-family model conflict adopted validated Brazilian Portuguese. A 2-week interval between responses. Work demands prevent you from spending the desired amount on your family. Right. So basically they're saying that work and family life are conflicting and adding additional stress. Yeah, no shit. Cardiovascular disease, a current leading cause of death worldwide, says World Health Organization. Health professionals can determine people's cardiovascular health score based on 7 metrics, including diet, blood pressure, and physical activity levels. The researchers who conducted the new study used this score to investigate how work and family stress can impact heart health. According to the study, work-family conflict refers to a form of inner role conflict in which role pressures from the work and family domains are mutually compatible in some respect. More than 11,000 workers ages 35 to 74 from 6 state capitals in Brazil made up the study sample. The participants came from a variety of educational and work backgrounds, and the study included a slightly higher number of women. Each participant filled out a questionnaire to determine how their job affected their family life and how their family life impacted their work. The researchers calculated the participants' cardiovascular health scores using a combination of clinical examinations, laboratory test results, and self-reported questionnaires. An unequal impact. The analysis showed a distinct sex difference. Men reported less work interference with family and more time for personal care and leisure. Both sexes reported a similar amount of family interference with work. However, women appeared to be worse off. Those who reported a number of frequent work-family conflicts had lower cardiovascular health scores. Right. This is interesting because in our previous study, job stress alone affected men and women almost equally. No shit. Okay. Also, genetically speaking, women are more prone to love and care for children. Okay, women love children and care for children more than they do about their husband. So, of course, they're going to be more stressed out about that shit as well. There could be a simple explanation as to why this is the case, and it has to do with traditional gender roles. You feel the stress to fulfill gender roles, and I think women still feel more of a need to have that nurturing home life. Yeah, guys, let me ask you guys something. Common sense question. What's better than mom's cooking? Seriously, do we talk about, oh, dad's cooking is just the best? It's nothing better than the food your mama cooks for you. If you're lucky enough to have a decent... Even my mom, as chaotic as the fucking shit was... as chaotic as my life was being raised by her, right? I mean... Come on. That's what mom does. When you go home and you scrape your knee, you don't like go, Dad, Dad, Dad. You go to your mom and she hugs you and she kisses you. You know? Get comforted by mom. Mom's just that nurturing motherly love that you can't get from dad. It's common. I'm just using a common sense indicator there. Men are helping more than ever, but I think working women still feel the stress of trying to do it all. She goes on to describe the study as saying, well-designed due to its large sample size, the diverse background of participants, and balance of men and women. The balance of men and women, even though there's more women in it? What the fuck? Who like... Jesus Christ, it's literally up here. It's just saying that there's more women in the study as well. Oh my God. Anything to jerk themselves off. What this study has dipped into is the need for good work-life balance. No shit. However, this is easier said than done in many cases. Dr. Santos hopes that the new findings will encourage workplaces to introduce stress-reducing initiatives and encourage doctors to look for signs of stress when examining people. We're not going to eliminate stress, Dr. Santos says, but we should learn how to live with it to not have so many bad consequences. Whether that would be through measures such as at-home meditation or employer-led strategies is yet to be determined. How about we just go back to 1970s when women were happier and not working? Okay? How about that? If half of the women in the workforce just left and said, fuck this, we're wanting to get married and taken care of, those women would get fucking taken care of, unless they're like huge behemoths. And even some of those would be taken care of. And their salaries, if you just took half of their salaries and gave it to the husband, he'd be able to provide for them and the family. Women would be happier, men would be happier, and we'd all sail off into sunset together. But we couldn't have that, right? No. This makes me want to dive into the study, actually. Let me just take a look here. Because this is a different study from the Brazil one. Marital status, marital strain, and risk of coronary heart disease or total mortality. Let me go to the results section. The study consisted of 1,769 men and 1,913 women with a mean age of 48 plus or minus 10-year range. Okay, age range 18 to 72. Okay. So 18 to 77 was the age range. Mean average age was 48. And the causes of death for men and women respectively were 25% and 12% from CHD, which is cardiovascular health disease, coronary heart disease. 2 and 4.4% from stroke, and 35.4 and 55.4 from cancer. Yikes. The analysis involving Marital strain consisted of 1,493 men and 1,501 women currently married or living in a marital situation. There were 7 who did not compete, decisive circle, blah, blah, blah. The people completed. Let me get where's the information? Table 1 presents the descriptive data for the demographics and marital characteristics. The largest percentage of both men and women had a high school education or less, with more men than women having schooling education. Men were significantly more likely than women to report higher total family income, a happier marriage, and more marital satisfaction. Men were more likely to keep their feelings to themselves during conflict with their spouses and to report their spouses show their love for them very often compared to women. There was no differences between men and women regarding the level of marital disagreements. Hold on. Where's the... Okay, let's just go to this chart. Total income, how happy is your marriage? I mean, shocker that men are reporting just being happier in general. I mean, do women kind of just like... I don't know. It's very rare to meet a very, very happy woman. Where is the heart part? Okay. Now, what is a okay. Demographics, large percentage of men and women had high school. Okay. The beneficial relationship between total mortality and being married in men persisted in multivariable analysis. Women who reported that in conflict with their spouses, they usually or always kept their feelings themselves, self-silencing, had over 4 times the risk of dying during the follow-up compared with women who always showed their feelings. Yeah, women usually let it out. That's hilarious. Wait, how does this... Wait, what is this? After adjusting with systolic blood pressure, body mass, cigarette smoke, diabetes, men were almost half as likely to die during follow-up. Women who self-silenced during with conflict with their spouse compared to women who did not had 4 times a risk of dying. Men with wives who were upset by work were 2.7 times more likely to develop coronary heart disease. Ah, okay. Men with wives who were upset by work. So women being upset with work fucking kills the husband too. Yikes. Yikes. I did not expect to find that in the study. Where did this fucking... Wait, what was this tied to? It's tied to one of these. Yikes. However, it all goes back to my original point. Today's episode, right? I'm going to get lost in all the fucking psychological babble over there. But the bottom line is this. Men and women are continuously straying away from the normal order of things, right? Men are not getting nearly as much pussy as they want to. Women are getting fucking armies of dicks thrown at them. Both of them are getting fucked up. The more women enter the workplace and act like men, the more unhappy they are. Literally, happiness is plummeting the farther they go away from the traditional gender roles. Men, same thing. We have studies backing it up now. Women are more likely to fucking die from high stress situations regarding work. Men are more likely to die to stay at home being house husbands. This is why you got to be a fucking man. And be a man in the traditional sense, okay? Don't listen to what some fucking pencil neck dweeb is going to tell you like, oh, well, the times are changing and you should just be a fucking homo sapien like I am and just sit down when you pee and fucking you don't need money. Let's just all be communists. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. It doesn't work, mate. It doesn't work. And look, you don't believe me? Here's one thing I've noticed too. Have you guys noticed this? So I follow some of these the Instagram like meme accounts and stuff. And there's like a theme. I don't know if you guys have picked up on this. Maybe it's only me, but there's like a theme of these like meme pages that are like low key pretty fucking dark, and cynical as well of men's nature and men in general. And it's a combination of like shitting on men, feeling like they're super better than men, and then also miserable at the same time. Let me see if I can find it. I have one example here. Okay, this one's interesting. Here, take a look here. This is Baby Angel. Like, for example, like stuff like this, like one bad vibe and I'm out. Here we go. Do I like him or am I just bored? This kind of like snide female arrogance mixed in with misery, right? I'm a vibe you won't find twice. No, you're all the similar. Okay. Have you guys noticed this, or is this something that I've only picked up on? I've noticed it. It's on TikTok as well, right? Let's see. I've seen some more of these. Oh, man. This kind of stuff. You know, this like this little snide fucking arrogance to them. These things are more and more popular everywhere. This one too, right? I just want to sleep one night without overthinking. Low-key snide, low-key depressed, low-key arrogant, right? This is all I want in life. I'm a simple man. But I've noticed this. I can't find anyone to love me just because I'm mean and nasty and evil, right? And look at all these comments of the girls. Same, basically me. Same. 3,397 likes. Who would like sit around and take time and being like bragging about being a massive piece of shit? All I ever wanted was everyone to instantly love me. Delusional, mate. Delusional. They are fucking delusional, and it's hilarious. Okay? It is absolutely hilarious. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's another one, right? No girls talk to me like that. Boom. Take that, man. Take that. Only happens in anime. These kind of accounts are everywhere. Yeah, it's Infamous Rifle says there are NFTs out there with that same theme too. Yeah. So, guys, again, they click like on that stuff. They repost it. Same energy, girl. Same energy. They go home and they cry themselves to sleep. Literally. Cry themselves to sleep. Okay? Funny. We're going to be back tomorrow here live, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Interview with a Man, free consultation Friday. Call on in with all your questions. Don't forget, if you want to book a consultation, go to modernlifedating.com/coaching. We'll continue with Modern Women March on Monday, but tomorrow I'll be back with the show. Until then, see you later. Peace out.